And the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Is the screen visible, Sonali?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
It is, right? Okay. 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 So, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming in. Like Sonali said, that we will spend the next 1 hour trying to see how we can bring in some changes into the way we think. I'm sure you will also have a lot of questions, and my request would be to keep on adding the questions in the chat box or raise your hands at the end of the seminar, because let's let the flow continue, and Sonali and I will try to address as many questions as possible. So quick background: Sonali, yes, gave me was kind enough to give me a fairly decent introduction. So I founded Beyond Red Ocean Consulting about 4 years back. Before that, I spent 25 years in industries across multiple geographies and multiple MNCs in senior leadership companies. The objective of setting up Beyond Red Ocean Consulting was impacting organizations by transforming people. That is the premise of our organization. And currently, we work with business owners as part of Action Coach. We work with business owners and helping them transform themselves, their people, and their businesses. We also work with a lot of individuals and to try and figure out how we can help them redesign their personal and professional goals. And that is the theme for today. So whether we are a business owner or whether we are an individual, the corona incidents, COVID-19, has ensured that the world will not be the same again. Sorry about that. The world will not be the same again. The world has changed permanently. And one of the examples of the changing world is the way we are operating now. About about month and a half back, when we were planning to do these kind of events, it would be all about seminars. But today we are talking in terms of webinars and seeing how we can look at this changing world. A quick background about what we were doing, and it was in the late February, early March. I was talking to a lot of individuals, talking to a lot of business owners. For many of them, 2019 was not a great year. But come 2020 January, things were looking bright. People were looking up to the next 12 months, next 15 months in case of business owners. And February and March was the period that we were all working together. Not March, sorry, February, January and February was the period that we were all looking at designing exponential growths. Individuals, we were talking to individuals about how we can ramp up their careers. Business owners, I was talking to many business owners, and we were talking about where the investment should be brought in, what kind of people would come in, what are the marketing strategies that we would implement, how do we reorganize our businesses, how do we bring in systems into the business. And then comes first week of March. By the time we were in the 5th or the 10th of March, we realized that, or we started realizing that things have changed and things are changing rapidly. Then we had the Janta lockdown. By that time, a lot of Maharashtra was already under shutdown. Other parts were shutting down or already shut down. And then we had that 8 p.m. speech when we were told that the country would have 100% lockdown till 14th of April. And yesterday, news has started coming up that multiple states, including Maharashtra, West Bengal, Orissa, Punjab already, are going to extend that lockdown. Look at the timing. End March, when people are talking in terms of business plans, when people are talking of marketing strategies for next year, when people are talking in terms of new products next year, individuals are talking in terms of what is the kind of increment that they will get, what's the kind of promotions that they will get. And everything all of a sudden falls flat. I have a question. And my question is, we need to take a reality check about ourselves. And the question that I ask all of you, whether you're a business owner or an individual or a professional or part of a large corporate, do we have a plan for our life, or are we living a life on a day-to-day basis? Are we unclear about our career/business progression? Is financials, both from a business owner perspective, and again, we talk to a lot of business owners about how their cash flows are getting affected, how they've been asked to pay their employees, but there's no money that they're making. There's a lot of money that is stuck up in their inventory and with the customers, and who are not paying them. Are we worried about our financial situation? Are we burning ourselves out that health is becoming a big concern for all of us? Maybe not for the youth, not people at the age of 20s, but people like us who are on the other side of 50. And I'm not saying the wrong side of 50, because post 50 is beautiful. But people who have crossed 40, the stresses that we live in, the things that we do, is health going to be a concern? Is there any focus on our personal development? Even the last 14 days, 13, 14 days that we are at home, are we spending any time on personal development, or is it the Netflix or the Amazon Prime or the Hotstars that is going to make money out of us? Do we at some point in time feel that there is so much to be done, but we just don't seem to find the time and the resources to do it? For many of us, and including me, and I'll tell you, I'll share my life story with you as well. For many of us, at some point in time, the answers to this question is, we are worried about our financial conditions, we are worried about our health, we are not in control of our personal development, we do not know where our businesses and careers are going, and we are living a life on a day-to-day basis. If that is so, and no harm in accepting that we are living a life on a day-to-day basis, it is probably the right time to redesign our lives. I'm telling a lot of my business owners, coaches, clients that I work with, and prospects that I work with, this lockdown is probably a blessing in disguise for all of us. It has given us time to step back and see where our life has gone. What have we done with our life? We all started our careers, whether as a business owner or as a professional, with some personal goals and professional goals in mind. And most of our professional goals are aligned to our personal goals. I wanted to do these things with my life, and hence this is the sort of career that I selected. This is the kind of money that I need to make. This is the kind of house that I want to live. This is my aspirational car that I want to drive. This is the amount of time and money and energy that I want to give for the underprivileged, the socially backward. Are we doing all those things? Or has it, in the rut of living a life on a day-to-day basis, we've forgotten all about that? We've forgotten why we are on this planet. We've forgotten all about our dreams. We've forgotten all about our aspirations. Thank you, Ramani. Forgotten all about our aspirations. Let's look at life again. The next 40-45 minutes that we are together, let's look at redesigning our life. The good news is that more people will make more money in the next 10 years than it has ever been made. And a lot of people to whom I talk in terms of how to thrive in your businesses. And I get such a lot of flack for it. People come and tell me, sir, business is thriving. Individuals ask me, sir, thriving? We have two options, my friends. One, to look at the other side of the hill and imagine a beautiful world, which is true, which is there. Or we can sit back today and crib. Nature has given us this time, or is testing us, but nowhere it has been said that the world will go on a downswing. We were told about this downswing post World War II. We were told about this downswing after the dot-com bust. We were told about this downswing after the terrorist attack in the US. We were told about this downswing after the financial crisis of 2008, 2009. Yes, we took a dip. But from there on, people with the right goals and right mindsets have been able to make a lot of wealth and a lot of impact in their lives. Just to give you a brief history, there were two billionaires in India with a combined wealth of $3.2 billion in the mid 90s. By 2012, and please understand, this is after three crises that hit us: the dot-com bust, the the terror attack, and the economic downturn. Three events had already happened in the 15 years period. But the two billionaires in India had increased to 46 with a total net worth of $176 billion. Currently, we are at $119 billion, 119 billionaires. We are the third after China and US. And by 2027, this is expected to go up to 357. Whether it's 357 or 350 or 375 or 400, it's anybody's guess. But the numbers will be around that. And the point that I'm trying to address out here is there is money to be made. Are we looking at those opportunities, both as business owners as well as individuals? I just read an article, Mahindra and Mahindra, automobile company, first went into making ventilators, and today they have announced that they're going to make hand sanitizers. Did they have the technology for it? They did not. Do they have the foresight? Yes, they have the foresight. United Spirits, of all companies, whom we are so fond of, many of us are so fond of, is going and making hand sanitizers. They're all looking at opportunities. It is said in business that in the in the tears of some people lie the smile of others. Yes, some people are taking a big hit, but we need to look at how can we make a differential impact. Some people tell me that, sir, money, where is the money? But believe me this, most successful people, first generation, not family owned businesses. Most first generation people who have gone into businesses, by the time of 40, they were broke. So if you and I don't have money today, welcome to the club. We are broke. So be it. We don't have money. So be it. Let's look at how we can go upwards from here, because there's nowhere down to go. We have gone. We are at the bottom of wherever we should have been. We have gone there. Warren Buffett has made a statement that the most money that he has made is after the age of 60. So we have a long way to go. And he's one of the richest persons on this planet. The universal law of success is the law of cause and effect. Everything that happens for a reason. Success is not an accident. Failure is not an accident. If something is happening to us today, whether it's a financial crisis or a career crisis or a health crisis, we can always trace back and find the reason. And if we are honest with ourselves, the reasons will be absolutely there for us, looking at our face, and people will tell us this is the reason. That situation will tell us this is the reason. If we are in a financial crisis today, maybe we did not save enough money when we had the money. Maybe we spent too much money on unnecessary things. And the profound thing is that maybe we did not have a plan with the money. We did not know what to do with the money. So cause and effect is natural. What we sow is what we reap. And we all know about ourselves. In whatever situation we are in, we are always in some sort of denial. And Action Coach tells us, one of the basic principles of business coaching and individual coaching of Action Coach is the bed and the ore model. There is a point of power. And below that point of power is bed. B standing for blaming, D standing for denial. We are very happy blaming others, and we are very happy living in a world of denial. On the other hand, if we believe that my life is my own, then we should be above the point of power, and we should be talking in terms of the ore. And how beautiful it has been acronymed. O standing for ownership, A standing for accountability, and R standing for responsibility. There is no one on this planet who is going to help us live our life. The ownership is mine. The responsibility is mine. The accountability is mine. So if we take ownership and if we have accountability for our life and we take full responsibility, we have the ore in our hand and there's nothing stopping us. Yes, there will be downturns like what we are facing today. But the downturn is not going to change the goal. Downturn may help us or may force us to change the route. But this crisis should not allow us to change our goal. And that can happen only if we have the core concept. Nature doesn't care. Nature is neutral. Nature doesn't care whether we are tall or dark, or tall or short, whether we are dark or fair, whether we are thin or fat, whether we are a man or a woman. Nature only cares, are we doing it right? Nature is like justice. Nature is blind. If there are two cooks, two chefs, using the same proven recipe, exactly the way it was supposed to be made, the chances of both of them coming out with an equally good dish is very high. Our challenge is that we are always trying to reinvent the wheel. There are enough and more success stories on this planet whom we are not ready to follow. Because if we follow, and like lots of people and a lot of us certainly read a lot of stuff, success has left tracks behind. It is like the seashore. There are tracks behind. We just need to walk through those tracks. And I'll help you today through processes of idealization and mindstorming to help you design. It's again up to us whether you want to implement it or not. I learned it the hard way, and I don't want others to learn it the hard way. Just to digress, 2015, I was in Nigeria. Today, I'm facing Corona here. I was facing Ebola there. Businesses started shutting down. I was heading a project for setting up a hospital. Construction companies started backing out. Employees started backing out. We have seen this. I've seen this. 25 years across multiple geographies, we have seen this. I've seen a lot of people, because I've been teaching for the last 20 years, I must have had 5,000 students. I've seen people not taking action, not following the footstep of success, trying to reinvent the wheel, and then coming out as failures. And then we blame that why should somebody else have more and I don't have that much. Success is there for all of us if we follow the proven recipes of success. The timelines can change. The timelines can change, and success is not easy. If success was so easy, then there would be a lot more people successful on this planet. The successful people are only a few. The rest are trying to meet their ends meet. Please let us follow the rules of nature, because nature doesn't distinguish. Have you heard of people who are very eager for a birthday party, for going out on a holiday, for going out on meeting friends, for going out for a drink? We're all very eager to do those things. But do we hear of people who are eager to have a better life, to earn more money? Very rarely would you hear these kind of statements. When you're in conversation with your friends or relatives, there will be very little of eagerness being thrown around that how do we have a better life? How do we earn more money? It's not there. Because there's a difference between wish and desire. We all wish for certain things in life, but we don't desire for them so much. The desire has to move from that I want to achieve something to I will achieve something. That I want is a very dangerous word, dangerous phrase. That I want can be I want to become the prime minister of the country. I want to become the IMF head of in New York. I want to become the head of World Economic Forum in Geneva. I want to become the president of US. The moment you write that want anywhere, please strike it off. And write, if you want to achieve something, really want to achieve something, that I will achieve it. Because that I will is now converting that wish to a desire. And then I'll figure out how do I achieve it. That I will is a very powerful word. When you say I will do it, the strongest of barriers move away from you. The moment you say I want, you will find 1001 barriers standing in front of you, telling you how you cannot achieve it. For people who can see me, you will see a photograph behind me. That's of the Kanchenjunga. I can sit here and say I will climb Kanchenjunga. And the moment I say I will climb Kanchenjunga, I know, and you guys know, you can write it down, that I'll never climb Kanchenjunga in my life. Because it is not a desire. It is a wish. To change our mindsets, we need to change that I want to I will. Because true ambition is true desire. It is that small voice that tells us every single day that if I have a meeting tomorrow, I need to complete the preparation today. That's something that tells us that get out of your couch, stop watching Netflix, stop chatting to your friends on WhatsApp, get out of it and do it, because you need to prepare for that meeting tomorrow. If I need my children to have a better education, I need to start saving today. That voice will constantly tell us. But that bed, that denial stops us. It stops that small voice and says, shut up. I have better things to do in life by like looking at Facebook or looking at WhatsApp or looking at the movie on Netflix. If I need that better life tomorrow, I should work on it from today. If I need a better life tomorrow, I should not start working on it from tomorrow. I should work on it from today. Because ambition, which is true desire, is that minute by minute, day by day mentality. You have to live in it every single moment of your life. We need to have our default diaries in place. That accountability for every minute of our life. Minute goes and I sit here, do nothing. The minutes have gone, the moments have gone, which are not going to come back. And we are still where we are today. If a successful life was easy, most people in this life would be successful. But there are some people who are constantly seem to be broke. The money in their wallet doesn't last the month. The number of days outlast the money in the wallet. While most of us are struggling to live our life, There's a small group of people who seem to have everything. Even in this world, they seem to have everything. Everything seems to be working out for them. So what is the difference between that small group of people and us? They have a true desire. They have a true dream. They are doers. They are focusing on results. Life is ironic. Life seems to throw balls at us exactly when life is supposedly going normal. Like it has hurt us today. Things were hunky-dory, going normal, January, February. We were all happy. And life has certainly thrown us this bomb and telling us, deal with it. People who have a long-term focus will survive this period. People who have been living on a day-to-day basis will struggle. So having a long-term focus is important. And for that, we need to have a mindset for success. My emails are there, my phone numbers, which are WhatsApp numbers, are there. For paucity of time, I cannot run a psychometric assessment on your mindset. But people who want to reach out to me, please feel free. I run psychometric assessments. I'm a trained psychometrist. And there are two kinds of mindsets that we talk in terms of: a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Many of you would know about it. It's important to identify, it's important for us to identify what kind of mindset we carry. Because becoming successful is not important. What is important is to become that person that a successful person is. If we're able to change that person within us, nothing can stop us from being successful. In Action Coach, we use this concept of be, do, have. Be times do is have. We all know what we want in life, the haves. I want that car, I want that house, I want that phone, I want that television, I want that holiday, I want. So what I want, the have is I don't. But are we doing enough on the do bit to have it? But more than that, are we becoming that person who has to do that? Am I changing my mindset to becoming that person who should have that? Because life doesn't give us what we desire. Life gives us what we deserve. So for that, my mindset has to change. My success mindset has to come in. If we have to become successful, I have to become a totally different human being. If I am not successful as yet in life, which means that what I have sowed doesn't give me the result, then I should sow something different to get different result. I cannot be doing those same things again and again and expecting different results. So if you want to achieve success, you can't do those things that you have been doing today and achieve a different life. So that mindset for success becomes important. So once we have